Hey folks, Deano here again. This time take a look at the bootleg version of the Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku 2.0. Yeah, this guy isn't great, I'll say that off the bat. I have a sneaking suspicion this is the No Name Company, and we'll get to the reason why shortly. But yeah, let's take a look at his accessories and also laugh at how they actually sent him in a plastic bag. Seriously. It was sealed and everything. That's how they're selling these figures. I have no idea what possessed them to do that. Well, money saving, I suppose. But yeah. I mean, they're not even the right faces. I've just noticed that. You've got, obviously, the happy smiling one on the figure, which isn't too bad. 2 wee settings till I try and adjust the white balance a bit. There we go, that's a bit better. Hold on. Always with these orange geese that they do that. That'll do. I'm leaving one of the lights off. So yeah, the smiling face is decent enough. The yelling face is decent enough. Although I'm sure that's supposed to be looking to the side, is it not? You have this face, which I'm sure doesn't come with the original. So no idea where they got that from. And the stern face, I mean, what even is that? It looks as if he's chewing on his own face. Oh god, yeah, not great. You get 2 fist hands, 2 martial arts posy hands. One of the fingers looks as if it's not been cast right, so it's dead thin. You've got 2 Kamehameha hands. And I knocked over the camera again. I've done that 3 times today. And finally, the instant transmission hand. Can't blame them for giving him the wrong one. That was Tamashi. So yeah. In terms of the figure himself, where to start with the money saving measures? My god. So you'll notice straight off the bat, he's flimsy as anything. Jeez. I mean, at least they'd done the logos right, but you'll notice straight away his arms have been done in the wrong colour, which is even more bizarre when you think that they went through the trouble of moulding the... This is not the correct design, by the way, for the 2.0s. I've got the God Goku bootleg to show the differences. This is just a cheap piece of crap. They've specifically moulded all of these pieces to try to save money because the joints apparently are too difficult for this company. But yeah, they've moulded that in the wrong colour for some bizarre reason, but they've still moulded the inner piece in the correct colour. I don't know. The head just snapped. Literally as I pulled. That is definitely No Name Company. Honestly, that's just confirmed it to me with how shoddy that is. 2 seconds, guys. Yep, seems like we're going to be doing the rest of this review with a headless Goku. So, yeah, this figure's just getting used for parts anyway, so I'm not too fussed with that happening. Annoying, but not fussed. So yeah, what else? The waist is like non-existent instead of being able to move. It's just floppy. The arms actually look like the God Goku arms that they've used instead of the proper ones. Yeah, this figure is a mess. My god. I think this still moves, but I am petrified to do it because I actually want to use this belt, and I am afraid in case I just rip it to shreds. These look like the 2.0 legs, but they're not. They're pull down with that piece moulded in to make it look like it is. Very, very naughty. And because they've done it that way, his movement is like completely impaired. Like to the point it's almost non-existent. That's about as far up you can kick. The double jointed knees are intact. Sort of bizarre design there. Looks the same, but the actual piece is moulded to the joint instead of like being loose on the real one. The boots are completely the wrong shade of yellow and blue. For some bizarre reason, they have given him ball joint at the feet instead of the ball peg. Toe articulation works at least. But yeah, in order to get him in any sort of stance, you need to move this stupid massive ball peg that makes him look like he's got slippers on into the correct position so that the pivot works. Oh my god, this figure is horrible. Yeah, definitely, guys. I am petrified of... Oh well, at least that moves. That's the Krillin peg. Why the hell does he have the wrong... Is that the same on both sides? Yes. Right, that's weird. Are these hands actually... My god. They actually went through the trouble of remoulding the inside of the hands. That probably cost more money than it would cost just to use the ball joint. This figure is bizarre. I know I keep going off in tangents with it, but honestly, some parts of it scream, let's make it as cheap as possible. And then other parts scream, let's make it easier? I don't understand it. My god. Yeah, guys. This is definitely not one I would recommend unless you want, say, for example, the belt. I'm planning on using the belt for this guy, who is the Bootleg 2.0 Super Saiyan God Goku. This guy is clearly from a different bootleg company because a lot more work has been put into this guy. He's got the proper 2.0 articulation on both bits. I mean, if you check here as well, that's how it's supposed to look. And that's how his looks. I mean, seriously, did it save them so much money to physically redesign the figure? Because that's what it's looking like. I mean, I'm scratching my head here, wondering why they went through the trouble of basically changing a lot of the design. It's weird. It really is. But yeah, guys. This, honestly, I don't know what to say. The Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku, he's still really cheap. He's a regular release, so they'll bring him back out eventually. There's no need whatsoever to buy this piece of junk. No reason whatsoever. Honestly, guys, save yourselves the misery and heartache and just get the real thing. At least in this case. Yeah, that'll do it for this review, guys. In fact, let's see if I pull that apart. Ah, there we go. That actually came out without breaking. And let's see. Yeah, it's literally... That's not actually movable. That it looks as if it is, but it's not. Don't attempt to adjust that, guys. It will rip. So yeah, guys, don't buy this piece of crap. And I've heard the same sort of horror stories from the fake Majin Vegeta. So yeah, it looks like the No Name Company is back with a bang. Or a flop.